What's up, everybody? My name is Ryan Krause, and you're watching the Crucible Coachworks YouTube channel. So today, we're continuing working on these Porsche Slantnose project. In the last videos, we've made the rear bumper extensions and did some fettling back there. Today, we're going to work on the rockers. I have already made pieces for that. I have to go through and figure out what I need to adjust because we changed design a couple times since then. After we get the rockers figured out, I'm gonna actually start welding the pieces together and figuring out the edges for that, because they're gonna tie into the quarter panels themselves, so there's a lot of interlocking parts that we have to iron out. And then also at the bottoms of the fenders, they're currently open. We need to box them in, and we need to box out the top of the rockers so they kind of flow together without being welded together. So let's just get started on it, and we're gonna figure it out as we go. Find our pieces here. I know I have a rocker right here. The other side, at least part of one. It's a little dusty from sitting around, but I think it's the old design. It might be the new design actually. No, it's not. It's the old design. Yeah, we changed the design midway because we liked a different direction more. All good stuff, but now I have to remake it. Because this one is entirely different now. It used to come down and curve in, but now it comes down straight. So this is gonna change and curve down here instead. So we have to lop this off right here basically and remake that. So that's what I'm gonna do today, I guess. Tape measure, let's get some measurements quick. So the end of this panel should reach the edge of that line, just 265 millimeters. I'm gonna mark 265 millimeters from the line over there. What we did on this build was we used the laser level and marked these lines in the very beginning as reference points for measurements inside the side of the car. Again, helps keeping things symmetrical. So now I can just go over here. 265 millimeters is right there. So I know that panel's gonna go up to here. So when I fit it up, it should fit right there. Should. It obviously needs a little bit of modification to match now that we've changed stuff, but yeah, it's gonna go to around there-ish. Needs cut off. Hoping I can reuse this piece. We'll find out. Alright, let's pull this piece down. So I'm gonna take this off and I'm gonna use it to copy the other side. Now I know I'm pretty sure I have patterns that are already made. No, I don't see patterns in here. Library says no. Well, I guess I have this, but I guess this actually is the pattern. Library says yes. But I think it changed since then. We'll check it out. I'm not close on this big this time. So it looks like I have the bottom pattern, but I don't have the upper pattern. That's easy. The upper pattern's easiest to make. So that's good. This fits perfectly to this. Yeah, what I did, you can see the tin foil in here. I layered tin foil on the car and built it out to what I want the shape to be. And then I cocooned it in masking tape to get a really rough idea of what I wanted. And then, you know, drew some feature lines on it, and then transferred it to steel and cut it out and beat the crap out of it. And this was a very rough panel to make. It was very hard to shape that. It's what's known as a reverse curve. And whew, it kicked my butt. So we'll see how it does today, or how I handle it today, rather. Goodbye, friend. No! Something's wrong with me. I'll save him for later. We'll use him again. Let's go with, it's gonna be a little bit radius. This is a 5, it's probably pretty good. Always lubricate your panel before you planish. Always, just a little bit. I put too much on there as it is, but just a little bit. All right, rather than even grinding the tops of the welds, I'm just gonna go ahead and buzz over them first. I think I'll be able to work with that. Yeah, that's getting started here. Like I cleaned up this now, but that's how it's done. Nice planching hammer work. Looking easy. That's why I get so many comments, people saying, oh, if you weld that, you're gonna get tons of warp and then you're gonna ruin it. I'm not afraid of warp, you gotta work it out, you gotta planish it. When you weld something, it heats and expands, and when it cools, it shrinks tighter than it was originally. So all the warpage is really just actually it's shrinkage, so you just gotta stretch it back. Planching hammer is a very effective way of doing that, but you could also hammer and dolly and or use other tooling as well. But yeah, that'll do. I think that'll do. I mean, it's gonna get spray poly and everything else. I'm gonna make it a mirror finish. So there we go, nice and cleaned up. You saw before it was like bloop bloop. Now it's like bloop. These are scientific, official coach building terms. Bloop bloop. Bust out the old English knee. There you go. Nice, much better. Now let's copy it. Something like that. This dolly should work. I'd say that's pretty symmetrical before scribing, cutting, and welding. So let's scribe, cut, and weld. Crispy. Gonna have a bad time if your seam isn't perfectly flush. I'll tell you that right now. Look at that. Now that is consistent heat in the panel. And that's the ticket to making any warpage go away and also to mitigate your warpage. Because honestly, you look across that, there's no warp. I took the time to make sure it was butted nicely, and then afterwards I planished the tacks, the hammer and dolly, and then I buzzed it with the planching hammer because it's a separate piece off a car, it's easier to do. I was able to pre-stretch it a little bit, blasted it with the welder, and it's still laying exactly as I needed to. I'll just give it a little bit of hammer and dolly work and grind the tops of welds, and yeah. Actually, let's fit it first. That's gonna go in here, but I need to get this profile into there. So, sounds like it's time for a profile gauge if you ask me. So I grabbed this profile, cut it out of cardboard. So now I'll just make it out of metal. And that's flanges that I need. I'm gonna cut this short, box that to that, and then do the same thing to the fender. And that's how it's done, ladies and gentlemen. All right, so we got the rear end of the passenger side rocker made and welded together and planished and mounted up. And then we also got the rocker end cap here. It's all capped off. The fender end's capped off. I was able to weld a mount onto there as well that locates this fender, so now it's really solid. I can shake the whole car with it. And then I also used the laser level. Got these lines here so we get a nice crisp edge. So now I have to do it all on the other side. Now the other side's gonna go quicker because I've kind of figured out what I need to do here. So I'm gonna do the same to the other side. The other side also I already fabricated all the pieces, so just kind of fettling them and doing the capping here. And then once all that's done, I'm gonna go over here and get the tub figured out around the wheel well because I've made it before. I need to tweak it a little bit to fit a little better. And then once that's all said and done, I can finish welding up the rocker since I know everything will sit the way it needs to sit. But yeah, so we're gonna keep trucking along, keep an eye out for more updates, making sure you guys are liking and commenting and subscribing and sharing with your friends, you know all that. We're getting closer to our watch hours that we need to get to for monetization. So yeah, keep sharing this around to help us keep growing. And yeah, I don't know if you guys saw also, the Drive wrote an article on us. It was a complete surprise. So we'll link that in the description so you guys can check that out as well. But yeah, we're gonna keep moving along. So stay tuned for some more updates and tell us what you think in the comments. Later.